When the nurse was attacked, I happened to know that the flamboyant superhero was taking part in an orgy. You know how promiscuous gay men are.
Mate, you can't say that. That's a myth that the right-wing media perpetuates in order to encourage prejudice against the LGBT community.
I've tried everything else, old friend. If that fop with his painted-on mustache wants a pardon, he'll have to put up with a bit of scandal.
But we haven't got any evidence.
Oh, that's fine. Most of our stories are little more than hearsay and tittle-tattle. Channel 8 likes those stories.
It's not even true.
Can he afford to sue?
I doubt it. He's in prison, so I don't suppose he's got much money.
Perfect.
So...
We have a deal. I'll report the story as soon as you get out of here.
Can't we stay and watch?
Absolutely not. The last thing I want to do is give you any extra publicity. I'm only running this story because it suits my end.
And a very fine end it is too, may I say.
Have you seen the news? Apparently, there's a story about the flamboyant superhero.
Yes, I've seen it, and I know this is your handiwork, Purple Patriot.
Well done, mate. You've achieved your life's ambition.
I have. What's that?
To be accused of being the brains behind something.
And don't think I haven't spotted your Machiavellian influence in this, Melvin.
I see myself as more of a Svengali than a Machiavelli, but all compliments gratefully accepted.
So you're going to pardon the flamboyant superhero, right? Right?
I don't appear to have much choice. The mayor's up for re-election and can't afford the bad publicity. Can you believe he actually threatened to have me sent back to traffic duty if I didn't sign off on it?
The only thing I'm struggling to believe is that you went along with it. I half expected to hear you told the mayor to get stuffed.
I almost did, but he's so desperate for votes he actually might sack me. Just make sure I don't regret letting this known felon back on the street, boys. If he causes any more trouble, I'll have both your asses.
And not in a good way, mate, before you ask.
We'll talk later, Lieutenant. Okay, Twinkle Toes, I got you your pardon. Lieutenant Griffith is dealing with the DA's office, but it's a done deal. Now make with the quid pro boner. I want those radios turned off quicker than when the Al Sharpton show starts.
Chillax, perps. I'll make the call.
God, I hate the word chillax. Who comes up with these stupid combined words anyway?
I don't know, some stunts.
I have to go. There are guilty criminals roaming the streets of New York. Lieutenant, I wonder if we could revisit the radio's discussion from earlier.
You've done it again, haven't you? You've gone over my head to the mayor and persuaded him to force my hand again.
Now, how do you know we had any involvement? For all you know, the mayor might have independently come up with that idea himself.
Oh, please. That pencil pusher hasn't had an original thought since the Carter administration. What did you do? Threaten to leak details of his campaign funding?
What are you complaining about anyway? You're always telling people to take more of an interest in politics.
I encourage people to vote, not blackmail politicians.
What about the radios?
Yes, I'm going to order all of the radios be switched off, but you'd better sleep with one eye open for a while.
Have you seen some of the women he takes home? There's a good reason he keeps the lights off and both eyes closed.
Delta Golf 17 to all cars, please turn off your radios immediately. We have a technical glitch in the system and need some downtime in order to troubleshoot it. Negative, Oscar Foxtrot 3. How can I radio everyone to tell them the problem has been fixed if you've all turned your radios off? And yours. All right, boys. The entire NYPD within 5 blocks is now in radio silence. I hope you know what you're doing. The lives of dozens of police officers are now in your hands. If anything goes wrong, every man and woman in the NYPD is going to have a bone to pick with you.
So very much like the time you crashed the Patriot mobile into Debbie's Donuts.
If they didn't put up such misleading signs, those sort of things wouldn't happen.
To be fair, most people seem to understand the intended message from a sign which says drive-through window.
We'll talk later, Lieutenant. Excuse me. You should be able to tune your radio now. We asked Lieutenant Griffith to...
Shut down campus radio at DeVry.
No, she didn't.
Do you think it's a good idea to tell the leader of the heist that you've just switched off every police radio in the district?
Good thinking, perceptive companion. Lieutenant Griffith will have our balls in a vice if we screw this up now.
And the mayor has to pay extra for that at his special club.
Try tuning the radio again. It should work this time.
There is less interference, but the signal is still quite weak. Let me see if I can boost it anymore.
Cold War warrior calling Colonel Zurkov. Do you read me?
I read you, Commander.
Wait, what?
The Cold War warrior? What's going on here?
What is status of your mission?
My team has been taken into custody. I am about to close down the mission and allow myself to be arrested.
Damn straight! We won this battle like Americans always win conflicts.
Yeah, now give us your oil.
What about Fat Purple Ringmaster, an English nerd?
They are here as you predicted, Commander.
I'm getting that funny feeling again.
What feeling is that, old friend?
Like a 10-year-old who's just caught Gary Glitter smiling at him.
You know who this is, Purple Patriots?
Jamie Kennedy?
No, I'm not Jamie Kennedy. I am former KGB agent who was deported for helping you with fraudulent driver's license.
Could you be a little more specific? We've been framing a lot of innocent people lately in the name of justice.
Tell me, Purple Patriot, have you had busy day fighting my henchmen?
Not so busy that I couldn't take a break to kick your sorry ass, you pimple on humanity's butt.
Unfortunately, my ass is, how you say, inaccessible.
Yeah, I dated a few girls like that. But not for long.
I think he means he's a long way away.
Maybe not so far, but somewhere you will never reach. While you clowns were trying to prevent bank robbery, I was taking control of Ellis Island. You know what this means?
You're running tourist trips.
No, pathetic patriot. It means I have stockpile of missiles with biological warheads which could wipe out the entire eastern seaboard. If US government doesn't meet my demands, I will begin by launching missile strike on Newark.
Will the Cold War warrior wreak his revenge on the Purple Patriot? Has the Purple Patriot underestimated a dangerous foe? Why does everybody have it in for Newark? All will be
Oi, don't be a wanker, we're in the middle of something here.
But I have to set up the cliffhanger for the end of the issue.
We're not finished yet. We have to go to Ellis Island and stop the Cold War warrior from destroying several dozen metropolitan areas.
Of course, but that's in the next issue.
We're not dragging this out to a fourth issue just so some jumped-up narrator can make extra work for himself.
I hear that, old friend. I can't wait a whole month before I go and clobber that sociopathic Soviet.
But it's such a good dramatic point to stop. If we make the audience wait for the conclusion, they'll enjoy the finale all the more because of the anticipation.
Bollocks. There's some kind of corporate agenda here to make money and screw the audience, and I'm not having it.
Well said, radical roommate. Let's keep going.
Now bugger off before I forget me manners and put a boot up your ass.
I don't have to put up with being spoken to like this. I played Mercutio in the Rose Theatre's revival of Romeo and Juliet, you know.
Good. Then you'll know what it's like to cop an unfortunate one, won't you? Op it. Wait a minute, aren't we forgetting something?
Huh? Oh, we'll rough him up in the car.
No, I mean the gun. Shouldn't we take the gun before inviting the police in to arrest him?
Admirable forethought, faithful friend.
Purple Patriot, Consuela hasta luego for Channel 8 News. What can you tell our viewers about the heist at Wilson Chase Bank today?
Isn't there a shoe sale at Macy's you could be reporting on?
At shortly after 9 o'clock this morning, a group of armed men stormed the Wilson Chase Bank and took hostages. My sources tell me they made no attempt to steal anything or even gain access to the vault. Can you comment on the motives of the perpetrators?
They heard there was a 2-for-1 sale on $50 bills.
And they really like those little pens with the chains on them. You can never have enough of those.
Don't feign ignorance, Purple Patriot.
Trust me, love, he's not feigning.
The people of New York deserve to know what happened here today.
Your viewers only need to know 3 things, lady. Number 1, some no-good terrorist dirtballs took hostages. Number 2, I kicked their asses.
And number 3?
This afternoon on the Food Network, Ingrid Hoffman will be cooking lomo saltado. Now, get out of my way, you gossip-mongering rumor hag. The men have work to do.
Cut, Hank. Purple Patriot, you are chauvinistic, homophobic, and xenophobic. I am going to make it my life's work to get you busted back down to Boy Scout.
Ha! You just want to see me in short pants. Lieutenant, I'm pleased to inform you that the bank is no longer under the control of Russian reprobates.
Yep, you can send the greedy, corrupt bankers back in there where they can go back to screwing up the economy, helping each other make enormous profits at the expense of ordinary taxpayers, and asking the Federal Reserve for trillion-dollar bailouts. Is anyone else thinking it'd be cheaper to just let the robbers keep the bank next time?
I guess I owe you two an apology. I thought you'd gone off the deep end asking to release the flamboyant superhero and then having the mayor order me to switch our radios off. But you got the outcome everyone wanted here.
Are you going to tell her or shall I?
Tell me what? What have you done?
We've, only decided to let you take all of the credit for this arrest, Lieutenant. We're going to let you take the press conference and everything.
Well, that's very magnanimous of you, Purple Patriot.
Yeah, they broke the mold when they made me.
He was a very fat baby.
I'm sure the press will want to speak to you, though. You'll stay and talk to them, won't you?
Unfortunately, we have a prior engagement we really can't get out of.
Yeah, Kitty Claus is marrying the German Shepherd, and someone has to stop the in-laws chasing each other around the church.
I'm on pooper scooper duty. You think she bought that?
She buys you as a superhero. Clearly gullibility is a known character trait.